I think if the Buffalo Bills don't win this season, they're never winning in the Josh Allen era.
Oh,
Ever?
I don't think so.
He's going to be on this team
a Super Bowl
for the next,
at least.
like 5-6 years probably.
Of course, but we know that teams usually win within that rookie quarterback contract. The Bills' best chance in hindsight was in 2021 when Allen went on a historic playoff run, and he came up short to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
The defense couldn't stop a man in 17 seconds. What the fuck do you want that
It wasn't
man to
his
do?
fault. I'm not saying it's his
Legendary.
fault.
That shit is insane, bro.
But I do think
Punching air.
you.
I was sad.
lit.
I do think that when Allen first came to this Buffalo Bills team, the defense was a strength. It was elite, a top 3 unit in the NFL. As he's gotten better, the defense has gotten older. It's regressed as a unit. Leslie Frazier's taken a step down this season, and the defense is only going to regress. And I just don't believe that Allen can win if he doesn't do it this year. I think that the cap is going to be too much to manage. And there's just better quarterbacks than him right now. Not a ton of better quarterbacks than him.
Like 2.
But the quarterbacks that are above him have better rosters, and that's the issue. And I think we're going to go through the record prediction today. Riv's going to name the teams, and he's going to do the win-loss column. And listen, man, the schedule's tough.
It is.
The schedule is tough.
It is tough.
Well, the beauty of
They're
it
going
is
to come out with at least 10.
this year, Allen, they reconstructed it. Allen got them to reconstruct his contract to get him some more cap. So the hope is he continues to do that.
Which he will.
Down the year.
Probably.
Yeah, if he wants to win. I wouldn't say ever, but this year is definitely a year that's very heightened because, they're going to be losing some pieces next year. Guys are getting up there in age. Their defense, for the most part, their safeties. Von Miller, he said he'll be back by week 6. He's making his return. They're getting up there in age. But his contract, I looked up Josh Allen's contract. It's not too bad.
What are his cap hits?
Let's see. Cap hits. Oh, shit. I lied. I wasn't reading that part. 47 mil. It turned into 18 mil this year. 47 mil next year, 56 the year after, 52, then 45, then 41.
I also think it doesn't help that the Bills are not building a dome in their stadium. Mm-hmm. And based on how the Bills play, very pass-heavy, it's just not helping
He
them.
plays well in the cold.
He actually plays amazing in the cold, which is very weird.
I'm not banking on that consistently.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, he's from Wyoming. He's used to it and shit.
He
when
is used to that cold.
When it's the Bill, when it's in Buffalo, when it's freezing cold, and
He
snow.
actually plays bad in hot weather.
I think they were in snow against the Bengals and lost.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
that
they
was
got
just-
smoked, though.
They got smoked.
They did get
They got
smoked.
smoked.
Yeah.
But that didn't help his.
No.
I think
his
that was more.
game.
They just weren't good.
But I feel like Buffalo feels like they have the advantage more often than not when it's cold and
I was
snowing.
going to say,
you have that
it
weather.
snowed in that Miami game, and he
Yeah.
played flawless.
I don't think saying this is the make or break year, but I do think if they have another disappointing playoff run, especially if the defense wears down, I think you could see Sean McDermott being on the hot seat for sure, especially you have a few up and coming OCs. I would love to see Josh Allen with an offensive minded head coach because as great as he's been this past season, I do think losing Brian Dable had a pretty big impact on him. You saw the interceptions go back up, the turnovers in general. So I would love to see, not that I'm wishing McDermott gets fired, but if he's able to get a Ben Johnson, Seattle's OC, I'm blanking on his name, but one of those that are able to come in and be that offensive mind that we saw Dable be able to elevate Daniel Jones and McDaniel too. Obviously, Josh Allen's already that guy. He doesn't need that elevation, but someone to come in, be able to limit those turnovers, hopefully maybe scale back the rushing a bit. Part of that goes into having a more consistent run game, which they brought in Damian Harris, who I think will help with that. But I think overall they'll be looking at Sean McDermott. Not that they're going to be moving off Josh Allen, but Sean McDermott would not surprise me if they let him go if they have another disappointing run this year.
So interesting tidbit to your point, Dehls. 2022, Allen had 35 touchdowns, so 14 interceptions.
Bad year.
13 fumbles. In 2021, he had 36 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, and 8 fumbles. Definitely had more turnovers in 2022, but his passer rating was pretty much the same.
Don't forget he had an elbow injury.
I think the difference in his seasons were how the playoffs ended. I think that people think that his 2021 season was flawless, when in reality, it was the playoffs that was.
Yeah.
But the regular season was still filled with pathetic performances, like when they lost to the Colts, they were blown out by the Colts. They laid an egg against the Jaguars. Like, they had those games too. I just think that it was magnified because he didn't go out
Now, there
in the playoffs.
there was a
and
stretch
played phenomenal.
in 2022 that was bigger than the one in 2020 where it was like the team was still good, but he was just bad. Like it was like 4 or 5 games.
His
in a
2 worst
row.
games were against the Jets.
Yeah,
this year.
it was that
Struggled
stretch
a
where he was
lot.
just really, really not good. Like he was missing throws, he was throwing interceptions, he was fumbling. He was just doing a lot of dumb things internally.
Now, Riv,
Yep.
are you ready? Who's going to be counting?
Who's the counter?
I got it.
All right. Thank God.
Buffalo Bills 2023 record prediction. Riv is going to do the honor
You got
of
the
giving the wins and
Should've
losses
worn my,
for the Bills.
Bills hat on today.
He has the blue do-rag to go with the Bills colors.
Alternate
Correct.
colors.
Now, first game at the Jets
I think we lose it. I think we split with the Jets, so I'll take this one as an L.
versus Raiders.
W.
At Commanders
W.
versus Dolphins
This is first one in Buffalo.
yeah.
We'll
Home.
split, so I'll take this one.
versus Jaguars.
In Buffalo?
It's a
No,
tough game.
this is 9:30 a.m.
Oh, this is London.
Oh.
Or maybe Germany.
One of the two.
Jesus Christ. I'll take the W here for the Bills.
Okay.
Versus Giants.
W.
At Patriots.
No one's never easy.
Allen owns Bill Belichick.
I'll go W here. And Von Miller's back.
Versus Buccaneers.
W.
At Bengals.
Loss.
Versus Broncos.
Mm.
That defense is tough.
You're home though. That's big.
That is big.
Prime time Monday night. I'm hyped.
Good
I'm
game.
excited for that game. I'll go W here.
Versus Jets.
Split. Right.
It's a split.
this
So
one-
I gave you the first one,
Yeah.
so we'll take this one.
At Eagles.
Loss.
At Chiefs.
Loss.
Versus Cowboys.
2-game losing streak.
They need this one. I'm going to go W.
At Chargers.
W.
Versus Patriots.
W.
At Dolphins.
Loss.
All right, so you have a loss against Miami. You have a loss against KC
KC and Philly.
and Philly. Okay, so that's 3 losses. You have a loss against Cincinnati. That's 4. You start going way too fast.
There was a lot of duds in there.
Yeah, you gave a loss to Cincinnati. That was 4. You're beating New England twice, correct?
Yeah, no, Allen pretty much
Splits with the Jets.
splits with Jets and splits with Dolphins.
All right, only 4 losses.
We're here.
13-4.
13-4.
Goddamn.
Yeah, because
I
you
didn't
had them beating the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Jags either way. At
You had them
Chargers
beating
either
the
way.
Broncos.
It's the Jags,
Cowboys,
Cowboys,
and
either
Cowboys.
way.
Broncos
Those
go
are
either way.
those are either ways. But I think for the most part, the rest of it, because I think we'll split with the with the Jets, split with the Dolphins. I think those would be splits regardless. And then Jags, Cowboys, those are either ways. You can win, you can
Chargers.
lose. Chargers, you can win and lose.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them are duds. I think like you can win. those
Broncos,
games.
Jets, Cowboys.
Oh, Broncos are also.
Chargers
Yeah.
are all either
Yep.
or games, right? So yeah, 13-4.
What do we
So
have the
13
Jets?
and
We
4 is
have
good.
10, 11 wins?
No, you got them
right?
at 12.
13-4, you're competing
I
for
think
the
you
number
might
1
have 12.
seed.
Yeah.
That's a
I think
great
Buffalo
schedule.
can compete for the number 1 seed. In
Not
the regular
crazy,
season, I think
not
yeah.
crazy. We got to see how that defense comes out and plays.
Usually they play well in the regular season, so
They do.
they
That's
usually-
right.
They usually play
Spot
well in the
on.
regular season. I think the first game we'll lose to the Jets though. I think
At home, 9-11,
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Tough, for your
The
first
fix is
game
in.
in. Yeah, I think you'll get that L there. But there's a couple of duds in there. It's not bad. I thought the schedule would be worse.
That 3-week stretch with at KC.
Yeah, that was
at
nuts.
Is this
Philly.
Monday night game going to be impossible to get into?
That's. I
Let me
mean, if
see.
Mojo's got season tickets.
That's true.
Hey.
Wait, Drew, I don't know if that's correct because Riv had a loss against the Jets.
He split.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's one loss against the
One
Jets.
loss against Dolphins.
You had a loss against the Bengals.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had a loss against the Eagles
And
Yep.
Chiefs. 5
So
losses.
and the
Five.
Chiefs,
Yes.
and then the Dolphins.
So 5.
12-5.
Yeah, that's the same as we had. Y'all had yourselves. I think y'all had 12-5 also.
He had 12. He had 11.
Yeah, so Jets and Bills going 12-5.
I see it. The division tough,
The
man.
division's very tough.